Добро пожаловать в Мальмо. Это Швеция. Шведские красоты. Мальмо. Вот еще немножко здесь Мальмо, это перед вокзалом. Вот просто увидел здесь надпись. Университет. Вот там такая башенка. Город Мальмо. Это ничего особенного, это просто вокзал. Мальмовский вокзал. Автобус с гармошкой. Интересно. Стандартный автобус с гармошкой. С одной. Ну что, у Мальмо тоже есть каналы. Чем они хуже других? Вот, пожалуйста. Вот такой канал. Вот с таким мостиком. И еще с другим мостиком. Так что Мальмо ничем не отличается от других. Стоят такие электрические лодки. Они подключены. Можно взять их на прокат. Сколько удовольствия стоит, я не знаю, но вот, пожалуйста, семья села. Вот там у сейчас завтрак. Это, я так понимаю, центральная площадь Мальмо. Даже есть фонтан. Музыканты, конечно, идут вот с тромбоном, с трубой, с большой трубой, с саксофоном или что это. В общем, не просто так здесь. Музыкант такой.
So they really made it much more beautiful in Dutch Renaissance style. They added all those figures that you see up there. Most of these are quite significant. They symbolize different things of the city. What is the first figure that you see up there? There is the lion. The lion is a symbol of power and strength. That's why so many countries around the world ended up using the lion as a national symbol. Bulgaria, where I'm from, we also have the lion as a national symbol, although no lions in nature, but who cares? From point of view, it does look a little bit as if she's holding a machine gun, but no, these are the scales, the balance, also a symbol of justice. Then the other four ladies, they represent the four main pillars of development of Malmo, and that would be agriculture, trade, then we have industry and fishery as well. Fishery because people settled down here because of the fish. There is one lonely guy. There used to be four, now it's only one. I don't know the reason, but that's the important one. Anyways, that we're talking about. His name, Franz Sewell. Please remember the name. I'm gonna mention him again later on the tour. Franz Sewell lived at the end of the 1700s, and he started the Industrial Revolution, I would say, the first. And at that time, Sweden was Catholic. In the 16th century, though, there was the big Protestant movement, and Sweden became became Protestant, Malmo was the first city in Scandinavia to fully convert. Therefore, they had to change the church as well, which basically meant that they got rid of the nice decoration from the inside. No more frescoes, no more golden decorations and figures and statues. They whitewashed the walls. And what are they? Which ones? Yes, exactly. Those arches that you see on the sides, they're very important, and they are called flying buttresses. They're there to support the height of the church, because in Gothic we have a lot of towers, very sharp, very narrow, very tall, and they need extra support. In our case, those flying buttresses, though, they didn't do the job at all, because the tower collapsed locally. And this is one of the popular names for king. So yes, now I'm gonna talk a lot about him. A lot of the locals assume that the square is named after the most important Gustav Adolf that we had here in Sweden. And that was Gustav Adolf II. If I find his, yes, that is.
Yeah, exactly.
A long walk, but really nice gardens, right? These gardens they belong to the municipality, but volunteers are welcome to go and help out. Otherwise, there are people who work there. The food that is made, organically made, of course. You can try in the restaurant that. So guys, this is our next stop, and behind me you see the castle or the fortress of Malmo. It was built in the 1400s, and at that time it was still Danish territory. So thanks to the Danes, we have our biggest landmark now, the most famous one. In the beginning it was much smaller than the however, if you have, how long do you have here? If you have more time for you guys, for example, maybe it would be fun to visit it, but for one day. Although you can do like an hour in the section that you enjoy. Behind me you see the old industrial area, the one that belonged to the Kokkums family. This one you remember already, right? This area was a little bit abandoned in the 1960s when a lot of the business started moving towards Asia, where it was getting much cheaper. So a lot of the factories in Malmo had to close down and
старый зал здания суда, Кортхаус. Вот теперь он не работает, а новое здание суда, которое построили, оно вот через канал, вот, пожалуйста, такое. В общем, да, выглядит не очень. Но с другой стороны, может, и не надо ходить в корт так часто, тогда не надо будет в эти здания ходить. Но зато здесь рядом есть такие вот оранжевенькие, желтенькие, беленькие, такие современные здания тоже. Все это, в общем, вокруг канала.
Hundreds onwards look like. Some of these are quite old, and they're still lucky to be here, is what I'm gonna say, because in the 1970s, the municipality itself had a big initiative to destroy the old town and build in their place much bigger, newer, more industrial buildings. And as one of you asked me, but also Malmo. This is our last stop for the day, Lilla Tori, the little square. Do you remember where we started? Can you orient yourself?
Over there.
You're right over here by the green tree. So almost. This is the big square, and maybe you remember that it was used for trade mostly, but it was so much happening, so it started spilling over to here. And this is how the little square formed, and it is actually a little bit younger than the big one. This is the place for the food market, which means that it has always been the most vibrant around the world. So Sweden also gave something to the world, the Swedish red color. Do you know any other Swedish inventions?
Еще одна церковь здесь, в Мальмо. С другой стороны, сбоку. Это Нью-Хавен, 9:30 вечера. Понимаешь? В принципе, вот так все. Ну, нет, конечно, еще светлее. В принципе, выглядит вот так, да. Последний день в Копенгагене в этот раз. Надеюсь, что не последний вообще. Это вот эта площадь, которая находится рядом с театром и этим гостиницем Д'Англитера, где, кстати, была штаб-квартира нацистов во время оккупации, во время Второй мировой войны. Здесь. Да, вот здесь этот самый был отель «До Норд», потом который стал большой магазин. И, соответственно, театр городской вот там здесь, где по преданиям аудировался, пробовал себя молодой Ганс Христиан Андерсен, но не попал в то время. Погода прекрасная, 20 градусов. На улице много людей, несмотря на то, что уже, ну, вообще нет, 9:30, не так уж и поздно. Ну, вот сейчас опять подойдем к театру. В принципе, ничего особенного себя не представляет, но, по крайней мере, сохранился с, по-моему, 1800 года, когда его построили. А это вот тот самый магазин «До Норд», который раньше был, по-моему, гостиницей.